8:13 on this Wednesday morning. We have some wonderful, exciting news to share with you. Our KPRC2 family is growing. It's getting a little bigger. Starting Saturday, you will see a new face on weekend mornings. Meteorologist Brittany Begley will join Kathy and Brittany for the morning news. Brittany is officially on the clock. She's joining us this morning. You know, this is sort of tradition to have all the newbies come here.
Talk to you first.
I'm the first test, right?
This is the hot seat.
This is the hot seat.
I'm authentic with what I'm showing up with, right?
Welcome.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be here.
Welcome to Houston. Welcome to KPRC. We are so excited to have you. Tell our listeners, tell our viewers where you're coming from.
I'm coming from San Francisco, Sacramento, Charlotte, all over the United States.
It's news, right? The tradition of news bouncing around. That's really exciting. So you're coming from California.
Yes.
Talk to us about what your passions are, what the journey's been like so far.
For me, it really started as an intern / mom. So my journey is very personal to me, and I'm very into busting limiting beliefs and status quo. I believe that when I was an intern and a mom, I felt so at first out of place, like I didn't belong. But when I started to embrace who I was and my differences, I really got into my groove. So I started as an intern, and then I washed dishes and mopped floors 5 days a week at a TV station, and then 2 days a week at a radio station to afford daycare. And I worked my way up to traffic reporter, consumer reporter, anchor, and now a meteorologist. So I just want people,
incredible,
right? I want people to see me and think, your past doesn't define you. Labels and judgments don't define you. You define you.
And you can overcome that adversity. It might be challenging. You're going to have to put in the work, but you can do it. That really is quite the story.
It is quite the story. It's quite the journey, and it taught me that failure is what makes us great when we lean into that and embrace, because we grow.
Yeah, so that's so very inspiring. You know, when you talk about not feeling, what was the term you used? Not accepted, or
I felt maybe judgment, or I just felt like I didn't fit the mold. Yeah. And so I had to really learn how to accept myself and the limits.
And I think that's a familiar feeling for so many people, and it can be stifling, right?
Yes.
If you don't know how to overcome that or navigate around it, that could stop you dead in your tracks.
Yeah, it's all about self-acceptance. When we accept ourselves, it's a little bit easier to change. Yeah. And the journey of self-love isn't all about love. It's about embracing the whole human experience, all of our emotions. So you have to really work on yourself to break that status quo and, you know, push yourself beyond what you think you're capable of doing.
I know you're doing weather here, but this could be therapy almost.
I love therapy. Therapy definitely has helped me connect with people, because that's what happiness is, from the inside out, how we connect with people.
So talk to us from mopping floors in Charlotte. How did you get your foot in the door to doing this, or your first on-camera journalism gig?
Okay, so as you know, daycare doesn't pay by experience. So on the weekend, I was a traffic producer, so I would produce traffic. And then the TV station had a traffic opening, and they're like, well, she would be great. She's already producing traffic. And so I worked my way up. And I will never forget this, and I just want to make sure anyone watching hears this. I got my first job because my boss looked at me and she said, if you can put so much pride and cleaning that kitchen and making that refrigerator shine, then I know you're going to take a job that you really love, and you're going to work, you know, your tail off. And I just am a believer that whatever it is that you do in life, you bring your best. And
I love that.
That's how I got here with you, the best. It's such a great team and culture.
Well, thank you very much. That's such an awesome story. Is Charlotte home for you?
No, Ohio, Palm Beach, Vegas, just all over. But this is now home, and I'm so excited.
Out of all the locations you've lived, taking Houston out of this, because you've been here for a week now, what has been your favorite spot?
You know, I've liked every spot. I think recently San Francisco, working there just taught me more about how to embrace myself and authenticity. And that means that we don't change ourselves for approval, but we do change for our values and our principles. And so that journey of security within ourselves is definitely what San Francisco taught me, and therapists, like you said.
And you evolve, right? That's part of growing. That's part of getting older, is that evolution and being kinder to yourself and accepting differences and change, embracing that change along the way.
Especially as a woman, because I do feel like there was a time I was so ashamed to be like, I'm in my 40s now. I'm in my 40s and it's all over and I can't look beautiful. And it's just not true. And it took me a while to even be like on TV. I'm in my 40s. So getting older, wiser, it definitely has helped my journey.
And obviously facing your toughest critic, which would be yourself too, right?
Yes.
Facing yourself and understanding that, yes, we might have an issue with age, but the other person watching or listening or at the other side of the conversation doesn't feel the same way or even see it that way. So.
Yeah, our insecurities are our insecurities.
Absolutely.
And we do that.
Okay, tell us about your hobbies.
My hobbies, therapy, definitely. But I like to share like some of my life lessons and evolution and my story on social media. So social media, I guess, is my hobby. I'm really starting to work on real food, real thoughts, real life. So trying to transition into more real food. Yeah. Because I struggle with that, and I think that weight is something that on the TV business that is very noticeable.
A lot of what you said is extremely familiar because a lot of what we do is it's making ourselves vulnerable, right? Yes, we have a job here, and that's a public service. You know, it's to keep the community in the knowing and safe. But while we're doing it, we're also vulnerable because it's our words, it's the way we speak, it's how we look, it's what we do when we show up. So I can understand. That's very familiar. I can relate to that.
Judgment is price of the admission, but how we manage that, especially with emotional regulation, that is up to us. But we do have to accept that judgment is price. And a lot of people don't judge us. They love us. They appreciate us. So tuning into what we need to tune into to be our best selves.
I know you had the opportunity yesterday to meet a few of our KPRC2 viewers, right?
They were so great, so welcoming. So that's why I'm so excited to be here, because the people really cherish us and we cherish them, and we need to know who they are and make them feel good on sunny days. So when it is storming, when we have hurricanes, when lives are on the line and we have to push ourselves, they know that we care. So very grateful to be there yesterday. Very passionate. It's
very serious. We have incredible weather here. The temperatures in the summer are extremely high, and then in the winter we get a few weeks that are a little chilly. Not too bad. Okay, I missed all the photos we saw because I was so into this conversation.
The story?
I don't know. That's what I saw. That's what caught my eye. I'm a huge animal advocate. I love dogs.
Oh, I love that you love dogs.
Walk us through what we're saying. Oh, is that a rabbit?
That was yesterday. A viewer brought in a rabbit to our click pick, so I just took a picture of that. I got to meet everybody. Very nice, very kind. Own who you are. Again, that's about acceptance.
You just talked about that.
That's my son.
Goodness,
a long time ago.
These two.
You got to match your kids up with the pets.
Right. Is the pupper still around?
No, he's not. No.
He's passed.
Yes. Soul focus means inner and outer weather. That is how you create harmony.
I love
your inner and outer life. And then you can't handle a lot. You can't handle a loss with grace. You can't win with faith. So it's about losing and failure. I made that graphic, and embracing it to become our best selves.
I love that. And I think it was during commercial we were talking about failure, and
I heard
and within failure that's when we meet success.
Yes, I agree to that. Spending time in nature really helped me. I used to work a lot, and so that really helped me just regulate my nervous system and get back into a peaceful view.
Look at this. Check this out.
Right? That's Pacifica.
Gorgeous.
My tip with that is I started using Priceline a lot.
Okay.
And this is an ad. I'm just a consumer reporter. And after a while, I just started saving a lot of money. So that view was $100.
Wow.
That's why I brought that up.
Wow.
And it's not an ad. I'm just
no, of course, so with all this, with all your hobbies, everything that we've talked about so far, what are you looking forward to most here in Houston?
I'm looking to just grow as a person, grow with the weather team, just to really learn the different weather patterns. That's what I'm looking for. And I love this station because it's about culture and connection.
Community.
So I'm just looking to evolve, like you said, and to be happy and healthy. And that doesn't mean we don't have storms, it's to learn to endure those storms.
And weather through them, right?
Yes, that is right.
Weather. Well, we are so excited that you're here. We're so happy to have you here. Welcome to our family.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. I know you woke up a little early to come in. Remember, Saturday morning, right?
Yep, Saturday and Sunday morning.
Saturday and Sunday morning, and then we'll see you around doing different things during the week.
That is right.
Okay. If folks want to connect with you, I think your social media handles are up. Are they up? No?
Well, it's Brittany C. Begley. So come join the ride. Come see what I talk about every day and get our day started right.
And give her some suggestions, right?
Yes.
Places to eat. You talk about being an avid outdoors woman. There are plenty of parks around the city, Memorial Park being one. We have gorgeous park systems, incredible state parks. Get out there.
Okay, well,
enjoy,
I promise.
explore.
Thank you. You gotta take me.
You.